brand new video to my channel, and that is a readathon. So this is a readathon created by a channel called Book Roast. I will link her video for you down below. Please do go and check her out. She's a lovely lady. I've been watching her for a couple of weeks now and I am hooked. In fact, I'm kind of hooked to BookTube, most of the channels. I know that Amanda D from the Fantastic Ladies likes to watch a few of those ladies as well. So this readathon is the OWLS exam readathon. I believe this is not the first year that it's been done. It has been done last year. I don't know how long, much longer than that, but it is for the complete month of April. And basically there are 12 subjects in which you can take your tests, and this year the lady from Book Roast has linked some of these to like a career, so you can choose a career and then just take the book prompts from the lessons associated with that career, or you can do all 12. So I did have a look through. She created the most wonderful like printable booklet. Sadly, I don't have a printer connected to my computer, otherwise I would have printed it out, because the amount of work that went into it was phenomenal. But I had a look through the careers, and the one that I felt most connected to was Aurologist. So the 3 lessons that are connected to the Aurologist career was astronomy, divination and history of magic. I have it all on my little paper here. So yeah, so for astronomy you had to pick a book with the word star in the title. So for that one I have gone for this, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So this is a library book, and the majority of the books I will show you are going to be from the library, so I like to use and utilise my local library. So yeah, I've heard that this is a very sad story. I haven't seen the film. I've always wanted to watch it, but never actually got around to it, so now I'm going to read the book. The next class was divination, and for that you needed a book that was set in the future, and for that I've gone for a dystopian type of novel because I don't read many sci-fis. This is The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and I own this one. This is my copy. Yeah, this is kind of set in the future-ish. Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, that's the book I'll be reading for that one. And then for the third class is History of Magic, and that is a book that was published 10 or more years ago, and I picked this one. This is The Final Empire, Mistborn Book 1 from the trilogy, and it is by Brandon Sanderson. It is a rather large book, but you know, challenge myself. So I've checked in the front of this book on the front pages, and it was first published in Great Britain in 2009. We're in 2019 now, so I'm counting it. So those are the 3 classes that I'm going to focus on first to try and finish up. But there are 9 more lessons that you can choose from, and I thought I would pick out books for those lessons just in case I finish these 3 books that I'm concentrating on first. If I finish them pretty quickly, I can move on to one of the other 9 books. So the other lessons are Ancient Runes, which is a retelling style book. And for that I had to go with To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. Of course, this is a retelling of The Little Mermaid, so I am very excited to have a look at this one. The next class is Arithmancy, I think, and that is a book written or done by 2 people. So for that one, I've had to go to a new genre that I have never read before, and that's a graphic novel. And this is The Infernal Devices Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and then the artwork is done by Hyekyung Beck. No idea. So yeah, I've never read a graphic novel before, so this will be a new format for me. However, I do love the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. So I do want to get to the Infernal Devices book trilogy at some point, but I figured I'd have a little bit of a delve into a graphic novel of it. So yeah, kind of struggled to find a book with 2 authors. The next subject I could choose from was A Care of Magical Creatures, and that had to have a land animal on the cover. So for that one, I've gone for Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. And if you can see here, there is an elephant on the cover. So yeah, I have seen the film and I do love the film. And yeah, so I'm going to read that one. The next lesson is for charms, and that is to pick an adult book. I believe the charm was age line, so it was to pick an adult book. And for that, I've gone for Stephen King, The Outsider. Now, I have recently registered myself on Goodreads, which helps you to track the books that you're reading and rate the books that you're reading and review books that you're reading, but also for you to see what other people are reading as well. And at the end of 2018, they had a book awards, and obviously I didn't start really getting back into reading until January, so I missed the book awards. But what I did was I had a look to see what the winners were, and what I've tried and what I'm deciding to do is to try and read the winners of each category that I would be interested in reading. I'm not interested in reading like the cookery book or the non-fiction book or stuff like that, but like the thriller, the fantasy, the best of the best, those sorts of things, the romance, those I would be interested in reading. And Stephen King's The Outsider won best thriller, I think. Not 100% sure, but it was one of the winners, so I picked this up from my local library so I could read this. So yeah, the Stephen King adult book, so that's that one. The next book is, the next subject is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and that is Reducto, so a title of a book beginning with R. And for that one, I've gone for Road Brothers by Mark Lawrence. Now this is like short stories from the Broken Empire series that he does. So that's Prince of Thorns, I believe. And so this is like short stories using that world, those characters, and all of that. So yeah, I'm going to be reading this one. The next lesson is Herbology, and that is a book with a plant on the cover. This is another Goodreads 2018 Book Awards winner, and that is Circe by Madeline Miller, also the author of The Song of Achilles. So this has lots of like flowers and vines on the cover. Again, another library book. So yeah, and because of my love of history and Greek history and the myths and gods and stuff like that, I'm really intrigued to read this. So yeah, because I partially studied, I say partially studied because I was halfway through studying and then I had to back out because of my health, but I was studying the Odyssey through Open University, and of course Odysseus lands on Circe's island in the Odyssey. So yeah, can't wait to read this one. The next class to take is Muggle Studies, and that is a contemporary. Now, I am doing the 19 books in 2019, and so I wanted to include one of the books from that challenge as well into April's to be read list, basically, because I will be needing to move on to my next book very soon, and this is in that 19 books in 2019 challenge. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone with that, but it's from a different challenge, not this one, because I know we can't double up the books for this challenge. So this book is My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I can never remember how to say her name. So yeah, really looking forward to reading this. Heard a lot about it, the film and the book. The next lesson is Potions, and that is to read a sequel. Now, I recently started reading Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and I finished that and really enjoyed it. So I'm going to move on to Siege and Storm. So this is the second book in the Grishaverse trilogy. So yeah, can't wait to find out what happens next. And the last lesson is Transfiguration, and that is to choose a book with sprayed or coloured edges or red on the cover. And of course, because I was carrying on with the Grishaverse trilogy, I have to finish it. I have to finish the Grishaverse trilogy. So this is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the third book in the Grishaverse trilogy. So yes, trying to finish a trilogy using this readathon. So that is what I'm going to be attempting to read throughout April. I know that some might say I should take it easy on myself because this is my first readathon, but I'm a very quick reader, and I'm fairly confident that I will get most, if not all, of these books read. The only one that might take me quite a while to read is The Big Guy, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, because it is like nearly 650 pages, but I'm confident I can knock the majority of these out of my TBR for this month. So I will be doing a wrap up at the end of April where I will tell you what I read and what I thought of those books. So if you're interested in that, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!